This is Kentucky FFA Executive Secretary Matt Coloff. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the reports function within AET. If we click on the reports tab, we're going to get a screen that looks like this. There are lots of different reports we can generate. Some of these journal summaries can be very helpful to us in terms of doing a resume or a scholarship application for college scholarship. We can pull a single experience report to see how we've done maybe in our poultry production versus our flower shop placement. But the one we want to focus on the most today is this degree application manager. So to generate state degree, American degree, proficiency, we're going to go to this button. Now, the student in question, Gabrielle, has already generated a state degree application, so I'll show you a couple things in that in a little bit, but I want to show you how to start a proficiency application. So let's show you that first. From this menu, we're going to click on Proficiency Application, and we're going to click on Add New. Once we do that, we can click in this application, and we're going to see that there's not much here. The first thing we've got to do is pick a proficiency area. Gabrielle, if you remember Gabrielle, she has chickens, so we're going to go to poultry production, and that's the area that we're going to pick for her proficiency. We're going to hit select. Now, if you have questions, what area does mine fit? You can read those descriptions and figure it out. Gabrielle's poultry is 100% entrepreneurship, so we're going to move the button all the way down here. Again, we're in animal systems because it's poultry. See these values at beginning date. Gabrielle's anything that we've already put in the project is going to show up here. We're going to choose AET experiences, so we've got to go to this button and we're going to select, we're telling the computer that we only want the records for the poultry production in this project. So that's going to come over for us. Now, after we do that, if we click back on the basic setup, we're going to see, just going to double check that we've got animal systems correct. We've got the beginning date, the end date, and everything's good to go. So we've chosen our AET experience. We have down that we're poultry production. Going to make sure that that saves. We've got to save our selection here. So that's what we didn't do. We're saving selection. And then we have these questions. So performance review questions. I'm not going to walk through each one of these right now. But basically what we're trying to do, these are going to ask us a simple question about our SAE. If you have a question, you can click on the green question mark. If you click on the ribbon, it's going to show you some things about the scoring. So again, we're looking at a clear understanding of the SAE program for this first one. For SAE entrepreneurship details, this is going to show our poultry production, and then the description that we've put in at the end of each year should be coming over here. Gabrielle did not do a yearly description for her poultry in 2020, so she's going to need to go back to AET, back to her profile, back to the SAE manager and write that description, because that's what's going to populate here. And this is a huge part of the scoring, that we have a good description here that shows what's happening with this project. Her income and expense numbers, those are all transferring in because she put in her records as she went. All that information is going to transfer in here. She doesn't have to do anything with that. There are other things that she'll do, like outcomes and efficiencies, skills, competencies, and knowledge, her photos, her resume, but that financial information is all going to come in for her because she kept her records up to date throughout the project. Now let me show you a state degree application. Again, she's got hers started, so we'll go here to the state degree application. Once we go to that, there's a few things on the cover page that we'll manually enter. For example, down here at the bottom, we're going to manually enter her post-secondary if she's going to college, and her major. Of course, she's still a freshman at this point, but we could enter all that if we wanted to. And then her SAE placement. Again, I told you her descriptions are going to come over, so her work at the community food bank, that description is going to populate here. So she did a good job with her description as a freshman. It's going to show up here and she's going to be in good shape. Her income and expense. Again, those numbers are going to transfer in from her records, and basically everything on her state degree is going to come in. Her activities, any of her FFA activities she did, are going to populate in. Her community service, As a freshman, she helped with the Lions Club, so that's going to show up here. Again, that description is going to be right there in good shape. Now, she doesn't meet the checklist because she doesn't have 25 hours, but it is going to pull in what she had. I hope as you look at the Degree and Application Manager, you realize how important it is to do a good job with records early on, because those records are going to transfer with you and help populate this later on through the process. Mentioned to you on the Degree Application Manager, there's also the option to do an Agri-Science Fair application. If you have an Agri-Science Fair project, it's going to work the same way. And then Research Proficiency Applications, also the same way. American Degree applications, looking down the road, 4, 5, 6 years for a freshman, all those records are going to transfer directly into that American Degree. And so earning our organization's highest honor, less than 1% of the members earn that. Earning that starts with keeping good records your freshman year, your sophomore year, and then those records are going to transfer, and you're going to build on those good records as a freshman and a sophomore to continue record keeping as a junior, senior, first year in college till the point when you earn that American FFA degree. Hope this is helpful to you. Hope you see the value of good records through AET and see how easy it is to generate awards applications within the AET program.